Good morning. Yeah, thank you very much. And I want to say that I've read the mood of the House, and therefore I'll go straight to the point. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, the Deputy President, my friend, Professor Kithure Kindiki, members of both houses here and parties. On August the 6th, the President issued a proclamation to establish a mechanism for the compensation of victims of riots and protests. I want to say that, as we all know, Kenya's democratic space has widened under the 2010 Constitution. As a result of that, our people were able to gather, to debate, to petition, and even to protest. However, some of those protests have turned violent and have become riots. Lives and livelihoods have been affected, and people have lost their lives, and others have been injured. I just want to say that this particular effort itself has very few examples in history, and some of the examples that have been there, which I mentioned, the Japanese Americans who were compensated after they were interned following the Second World War, and of course the compensation of Jews following the Holocaust. The President established a 120-day coordination framework to identify and to compensate victims of demonstrations and public protests. He designated the offices of the Attorney General, Interior, Treasury, and other state organs to work with us. I just want to say that and compliment the President that this is a bold, is unprecedented, and is a historic step in our country in the area of transitional justice. The legal framework, which I think has been debated, but I think which is clear to me, Article 21(1) of the Constitution, of course, provides that the state must protect, respect, promote, and fulfill the rights of the people. Article 37 provides for assembly, demonstration, to picket, and to petition. Article 129(2) gives the executive the authority of a public trust and to serve the people. Article 131(2) provides for the duties of the presidency include those of national unity and the protection of the rights of the people and the rule of law. The proclamation, therefore, which the President made on August the 6th, is lawful, is time-bound, 120 days, and it seeks to establish a coordination roadmap with clear reporting. And so, therefore, the mechanism itself is ad hoc, it is short-term, and it will move quickly and lawfully. The panel that we intend to create will recommend a victim compensation legal framework targeted at amendments to the Victims Protection Law, which right now is not operational and therefore is not viable for this particular effort that we are carrying out. We'll also be recommending a protest law be submitted to both houses to be codified so that we can be able to de-escalate the protests when they take place. The objective here will be that for the future process, protests should be safer and should be professionally managed so that the outcomes are different and not deadly to our people. As I mentioned earlier, the justification for this effort is a constitutional duty of a national unity of our country, as provided for in the provisions that I pointed out. But I also want to say that compensation for victims is just one pillar of justice. There are other pillars, like courts, where matters can be heard. Where verification warrants accountability, we shall be making referrals to the office of the ODPP to ensure that cases can be pursued in courts. This effort seeks to pursue a balanced recognition of harm to civilians and to officers. It does not assign any collective blame, and hence it is evidence-led and seeks to pursue a humane redress for the harms suffered. We've decided to pursue the period from January 1st, 2017 to July 31st, 2025. This period we think is long enough, but also short enough to be manageable. We think that compensation of victims is the best place to start this effort. It is because compensation is tangible, it is time-bound, and it is intended to unify our country. The panel that we seek to create will have the faces of Kenyans that all of you will be able to recognize and to see that they represent the face of the country. We will draw upon the Law Society of Kenya. We will draw from religious organizations. We will draw from civil society and from youth and women leaders. This panel itself will approve the framework for the compensation process. It will establish the eligibility criteria and the schedules to be followed, and will perform other acts related to compensation. We will be able to ensure in this process compliance with human rights norms and laws, and also adhere to public finance laws. As the President instructed us, our mandate is to deliver within 120 days. We'll also establish a technical team to work with us. And this technical team will draw from various institutions and organizations. Obviously, the Office of the Attorney General, the Executive Office of the President, the Ministry of the Interior, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, and subject matter experts. All of these institutions and folks will form the backbone of our technical team. We shall also draw from psychology and trauma specialists, statisticians, data scientists, forensic experts, and record keepers and data protection individuals. I suppose that is a warning. The Secretariat will be domiciled at the Office of the President. I just want to say that in spite of the steps that I have outlined, that we have made quite a lot of progress in identifying individuals for both teams, for both the panel and also the technical team. And I expect that we shall be announcing this panel by the end of this week. Thank you so much. And we want your support. And we want you to be our ambassadors throughout the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Asante. Asante. A hand of applause for Prof and Daktari Agnesani. Professor? Prof.